Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. He came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, "I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Boston, third best record here in the early going.
And you know, for Boston, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Williams is out there with Horford, and it's Smart in at point guard. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Now here's Smart. Horford finds Smart. Horford trying to free himself up. Smart misses. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Atlanta. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
The Suns on offense. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Now, he looks to score all the time, and easy ones there for Booker.
Outside, Smart. Brown feeling it out a bit. Outside, Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now, Booker. He's coming off a 34-point game against Atlanta.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Al Horford. Ayton, good work defensively by Horford. Smart passes to Tatum. Back to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. Floats it up for Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Now here's Booker. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Passes to Brown. Outside Tatum. At the elbow, Horford. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Brown against Crowder, and Brown throws it down.
And guys, I don't think Brown gets enough credit for his toughness. This is a guy who never shies away from contact.
Now here's Booker. And the shot is good. Booker's got 6. Boston trailing. Smart deciding where to go with it. Outside, Horford. Lays it up and banks it in.
Weight room paying off, absorb the contact, and finding a way to get it done there.
Booker the pass to Crowder. Kicks to Paul. And they pick up 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Trailing by 2. Outside Tatum. Horford trying to free himself up.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Bridges passes to Booker. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Devin Booker.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Smart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Horford. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Booker. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Ayton kicks to Paul. Over Brown. The shot by Paul, no good. For Boston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Brown, good. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we'd love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
The season never really ends. Here's Tatum. Williams passes to Horford. Williams trying to break free. Horford no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Brown, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
The first one falls. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And, Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Both good from the line that time.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Bridges passes to Paul. Shot from 16. The shot that time not on target. And it's Boston the other way. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Booker. Tatum dishes to Williams. Brown against Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown, good. Brown's got 8 points.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
And the Suns making a change here. Payne's checked in.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Ayton? 9th in field goal percentage, 13th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from three, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Drains the three-pointer.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Suns trail by 5. Payne passes to Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Payne can't hit. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Boston. And it's Williams throwing it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the dunk by Tatum.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Now, here's Bridges. A 10-point game against Atlanta. Shot clock at 6. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Bridges against Schroeder. And there's the pass to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Brown outside. Good D by Booker. Suns trail by 9. Bridges against Schroeder. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Phoenix making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharch comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Torrey Craig in for Bridges. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Horford. Williams comes in for Williams. Nesmith, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Brown. Now, here's Nesmith. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Nailed from three-point land.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Payne. Last game we saw him score 14. And here's Booker from the arc. And Kanter pulls it down.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. They are just killing them on the interior.
Suns trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Booker. Good work defensively by Richardson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now, here's Neesmith. Defense right on him. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And he makes the first. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Oof, boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Well, Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
Richardson outside. Canner high post. Back to Richardson.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
No good from Booker. Celtics leading by 12. Out left to the wing. Inside, Neesmith. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
The Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Now here's Payne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to McGee. Feeds to Saric. McGee trying to break free. And there's Saric on the assist by McGee.
Fighting through the contact, Dario does a great job that time.
Schroeder outside. The shot will not fall. And Phoenix will come the other way. Kicks it out to Booker. Wide open. Yep, that one goes in there. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Schroeder outside. Shades over Payne. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 13.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Knocked away. And stolen by Richardson. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
"11 seconds left to play here in the first. Booker outside. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but like we may lose a game here or there, but everybody's still, happy for each other. We're just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Kaminsky out there with Sharch. And it's Payne in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket by Johnson. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Cantor. Here's Pritchard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Clock at 6. Kaminsky with the ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Another night where Booker can prove to us how dynamic a scorer he can be.
Passes it to Cantor. And here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Pritchard. Now the pass to Nesmith. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Booker looking around. That shot off. Good work defensively by Richardson. Boston leading by 11. Pass to Nesmith. Dishes to Cantor. Richardson outside. Rebound by the Suns. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And the Celtics with possession here after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his second basket of the game.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
And the Suns call time. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Bridges comes in for Devin Booker. And Paul's subbed in for Payne. Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Smart.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Ball against Tatum. Count that one.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Lest us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Paul against Brown. Shoots from the elbow. Paul missing again. Celtics leading by 15. Brown kicks to Langford. Outside, Smart. Brown down low. Ayton's there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. So Horford gets 2.
And being a second-generation NBA talent, Horford knows how to stay successful in this league. You see how he's evolved his game to keep up with the time.
Now here's Paul. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Here's Johnson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
There's a lot of people who are very curious about Ayton and the total package he is. Nice pass there.
Horford finds Tatum. Shoots over Crowder, but they recover it. Here's Horford. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Johnson, the pass to Paul. 18 feet out. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Paul's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
Tatum's shot is off.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Here's Crowder. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Suns trail by 15. It's 2-on-1. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
2 shots, foul, 2.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
First free throw is good. The Suns making a switch here. Nader's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Williams, he's checked in for Langford. And both free throws good from Crowder. And the Celtics with possession here. 13-point lead. Paul against Smart. Pass to Tatum.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Al Horford. And Phoenix has possession. It's a 13-point game. Bridges misses. Boston shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. They get the rebound. Schroeder kicks to Smart. And the rejection by Ayton.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Crowder with the steal. He dishes it to Paul. Let's go. And again, it's the Suns missing. Celtics leading by 13. Outside, Smart. Schroeder outside. 6 to shoot to stop the drought. The offensive rebound. Shots good by Williams.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
To the inside, Ayton. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
The defense gets physical, but Ayton doesn't seem to get knocked off of balance. That helps him to keep the focus.
Tatum passes to Williams. Back to Tatum. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Tatum's got 9.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
That's a 2 from Paul. It's hauled in by Brown.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Ayton.
Just such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
First trip to the line for him here. That free throw, no good.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here is Paul. He's got 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
McGee against Williams. McGee inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, It's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Both free throws good from McGee.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Paul against Schroeder. Left side, Brown. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
For Boston, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Booker, he's checked in for Crowder. That free throw good from Brown. And last year in uncharted waters for the whole country, Brent, the NBA ended up with a pretty good plan, I think, using the Orlando bubble.
The first idea, Kevin, was to suspend the season. And that's where all the best decisions came from. Adam Silver and the league shutting down. What they were able to do in terms of the dynamics, the logistics, the decision to come to Orlando, to bring all these teams down, I thought was one of the more remarkable things, and we'll look back on it, that the NBA or any professional sports organization has ever done, given the unreal circumstances around the pandemic.
Payne, he's checked in for Phoenix. Suns trail by 17. Williams with the block. Schroeder finds Brown. Williams gets the bucket.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Now here's Payne. No points in the game yet for him. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Schroeder. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now here's Booker. 12 points for him. There's the triple. The rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Schroeder dishes to Brown. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Tatum. Kept alive. Here's Williams. Missed inside.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Now here's Payne. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Booker up top. He's covered by Brown. No good from Booker. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. Suns trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Payne passes to McGee. He kicks it to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
A terrific shooter with the range and confidence required to be successful. Tatum loves to let it rip.
Here's Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. And so it's the Boston Celtics cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, we have to talk about...
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Phoenix shooting just 34% from the floor. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Horford is out there with Williams, and it's Smart in at the 1.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Here's Paul. Looking to get back on track here.
An incredible defender. Smart can provide help as well as stick you one-on-one.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Brown's got 13.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Ayton. That's good from Paul on the assist by Ayton. Ayton's got 3 assists tonight. Smart against Paul. Smart kicks to Tatum. Back to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Over Booker. Smart misses. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Smart passes to Brown. And they double up Brown. Williams with a clean look, and he's way off from outside.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Bridges misses.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Booker against Smart. Pass to Tatum. Bridges with the steal. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. Finished off the break. Crowder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Smart against Paul. That one falls. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Offensive rebound, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, the big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
Celtics leading by 15. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Horford dishes to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's 15 points for Jaylen Brown.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with and then the guts it takes to pull them off always blows me away.
You look at Tatum, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
The Suns making a switch here. Sharge has checked in. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for the Celtics. Boston leading by 17. Richardson outside. The pass to Langford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Five to shoot. Boston again missing. Suns have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Now, here's Langford. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. Now, Langford. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him, but they get it back.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession, just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Now, here's Richardson. Paul with the defensive effort. Pass to Ayton. Kicks to Bridges from outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Pritchard passes to Canner. Richardson outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 14-6 run. Now, here's Bridges. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now, here's Langford. Bridges with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has got 5.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Pass to Canner. Here's Pritchard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 5. Here's Langford. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Bridges. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Phoenix shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Saric. And it's Torrey Craig in for Paul. And that one falls for Bridges.
Mikal Bridges, I think one of those talents coming out of college. A lot of teams expected him to have a 10 or 12-year career playing a great role as a two-way player in the NBA.
Passes it to Langford. The jump hook. And the shot is long.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Richardson against Bridges. Booker outside. There's the lob to the hoop. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Celtics leading by 7. To the paint, trying to end the drought. And Horford lays it up and in. 8 points for Al Horford.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Here's Craig. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bridges against Richardson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Suns haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And the Suns making a change here. Nader's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 22 is their biggest lead. High arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Tatum's got 16.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
Here's Nader, guarded by Tatum. Richardson against Johnson. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. And the rejection by Tatum. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Celtics leading by 8. And that one drops for him.
Shifty, elusive, offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
Booker the pass to Johnson. Suns moving the ball around. McGee against Horford. And McGee kicks to Craig. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Tatum. Averaging about 32 points a game. 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Outside, Horford. Here's Schroeder. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And now a 12-point Celtic lead.
Schroeder playing with some tenacity in this one. He is not letting the defense dictate where it is that he's going, and he's scoring through contact.
And the pass to McGee. Booker outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Phoenix no good that time either.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Now here's Nesmith. 7 points in the game. Schroeder outside. Horford up top. Basket good. And that's now 10 points for Horford.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
Now here's Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Johnson outside. They grab their own miss. Nader. And the rejection by Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Kaminsky, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Nader. He's covered by Brown. Clock at 6. Booker finds Johnson. Again, the miss by Johnson. And here's Boston. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
Well, there were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in three-point percentage, drafting for a need in Cam Johnson.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Nader. Now here's Kaminsky. He's covered by Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one misses. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second. Boston leading by 16. Tatum with it. He's got 18. For the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so it's Boston taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Smith is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Craig in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Crowder. Offensive rebound. And it's Williams finishing it off. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 16 rebounds.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
A nice shot by Booker. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Outside Tatum. Down low, Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with, so great at getting to the line.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. He hits the second from the line. And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. And he knocks down the first one.
2018, the first name called in the draft was one DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona. This guy is going to be around for a long time.
Ayton hits them both. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Here's Tatum. Phoenix grabs the miss. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Ayton kicks to Craig. Passes it to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Lets it go from deep. And the Suns miss again. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. 22 is their biggest lead. Smart misses.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Paul with the three. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Suns trail by 18. Shoots from the baseline, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns a fast break. And the dunk by Booker.
Now, one reason Booker is such a great scorer, he can create easy opportunities with his defense.
Shooter passes to Tatum. Now here's Smart. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Craig, guarded by Smart. Ayton at the elbow. Good on the shot.
You can see with that form on the jump shot that DeAndre Ayton has the tools to become effective on the perimeter.
Outside Tatum. Fires the three. That shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Round down low, defended by Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown. And the Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in. Boston also with the sub. Horford's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Suns trail by 19. Paul right side. Booker with no one around. Off target with his three. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
Paul looking around, and they double up Paul. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Paul.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Smart passes to Brown. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Phoenix has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Paul against Smart. Here's Crowder, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Free throw good, Crowder. So he gets them both. Celtics leading by 17. Smart kicks to Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Brown drops them both. So it's Phoenix now, trailing by 19. Booker against Brown. To the middle. Here's Crowder. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Tatum drives in. Boston, no good that time either. The Suns have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. A shot by Crowder, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The pass to Smart. Outside, Horford. Back to Smart. Fires for 3. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
Brown dishes to Williams. And the rejection by Eaton. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And there's Booker on the assist by Paul. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Celtics leading by 17. Right side Tatum. No good on the triple. The Suns have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And the dunk by Booker.
How about Devin Booker getting up to the rack?
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And the dunk by Tatum.
Timeout.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And the Suns call time here. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Suns trail by 17. Pass to Bridges. Crowder with it. Takes a 3. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. He kicks to Brown. But they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Smart passes to Horford. Just 5 to shoot. And they double up Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Boston making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Phoenix with the ball. 17-point game. And here is Bridges. Kicks it to Ayton. And Ayton gets double teamed. 4 on the shot clock. Phoenix no good that time either. Celtics leading by 17. Brown. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
Williams with the block. Now Schroeder. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Horford. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And it's great to see Horford looking determined to get himself to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
Outside Tatum. Back to Schroeder. Takes the 3. It's good from long range.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Phoenix with the ball. Now here's Booker. Passes it to Bridges. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Fires from deep. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Brown. There's the dish to Schroeder. Tatum on the wing. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 9th assist in the game now. Schroeder against Paul. The pass to Crowder. Dishes it to Paul. Looking to end his cold spell. Connects. The jumper drops.
Well, right now the defense completely uncomfortable in guarding pick and rolls with Chris Paul. He loves to dice up the D in those sets.
Outside, Horford. Back to Schroeder. Tatum trying to break free. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Horford.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Paul with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Something that we all dealt with after the suspension of play last year, missing basketball. Brent, any thoughts on having the sport you love halted midseason?
Well, I've thought about that for over a decade, Kevin, having had to stop playing basketball altogether. But certainly all of these guys and women who did not get a chance to continue their seasons last year had time to understand just how important the game is to them, and also the way they can impact the change that they want to see come with their platform.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jason Tatum.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Here's Paul. And Horford pulls it down. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And Williams throws it down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And again, it's the Suns missing. Here's Pritchard. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA.